I grew up with a piano in the house. I stopped playing for a long time, but I was always in band in high school. And then I went to community college and I decided, I'm gonna pick the piano back up, and it's been that, all piano ever since. When I decided that, I'm gonna go the piano path, a lot of my instruction was just on my own. I did have teachers in community college, but it was just a lot of by myself practicing. And I picked up a lot of really bad habits playing the piano that way, and just playing with a lot of tension and stuff. And I ended up hurting myself. I tore my brachial plexus, my right shoulder. I found myself unable to play at all physically. At its worst, I couldn't even feel my arm. And so moving into composition was a little bit of a do or die moment for me. A lot of times the material comes first just through improvisation. I'm a pretty good improviser on the piano, and a lot of times, especially with harmonies, it's just kind of whatever fits in my hand. And I either like that sound or I don't, and if I do, I write it down. And after that, it's seeing how many different iterations of motives I can go through before I get bored of it. And then it's a lot of editing, a lot of rounds of editing, and listening to my pieces, making sure the proportions from section to section make sense. One section isn't just egregiously longer than the rest of them, that kind of thing. I think there's this image of a composer, sitting down to write, and all of a sudden he's got it, like the light bulb goes off, and I can't speak for everyone. That has certainly not been my experience. It's a lot of work and a lot of editing. Sometimes it's very frustrating. But I find it helps to work on multiple projects at once. You get frustrated with one thing, so you move on to something else, and you just kind of go back and forth. There really is no safety net. Like, you don't fake your way through writing a piece of music. It's either there or it isn't. There are days where I really get a lot done, and then there are days where I just sit in front of a blank page for hours. And the really scary part is not that the blank page is there. The scary part is I don't always know, what triggers the creative moment. Composing is a very hands-on, learned kind of skill. And so just making sure that you're actually doing it, not saying over and over again, oh, I should really do this. That's a really big barrier for a lot of people, myself included. I'm really happy with how things ended up going. I love composition more than I ever thought that I would, so everything worked out.